All right, peep this. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I went on my weekend walk with the lady, right? And you know my area very well. So there's a huge park real close by, a lot of schools, a lot of families, right? Yeah. Everyone's got a dog. Everyone's got a dog. I think at any time there's 5 to 10 dogs on the same street. Yeah. And I'm not lying. Like that's very probable, right? Yeah. On top of that, there's cats just jaywalking all the time. You know what I mean? Like they're just jaywalking or they're perched on the porch. And so everyone's got a pet, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So my question to you is, in a world where animals could talk,
mm-hmm.
would you rather own a dog that spoke like Scooby-Doo?
Mm-hmm.
No, like that. Or own a cat who spoke with a pompous British accent?
Wow. That's a tough one, man. Because it's funny because it's sort of indicative of their personality types already, right? Like cats are already kind of pompous, arrogant assholes, and dogs are kind of blubbering, really loyal, really sweet, kind of whatever, like kind of Scooby-Doo was. And I guess Scooby-Doo was pretty lit all the time as well.
Yeah, he had Scooby snacks left, right, and center.
A couple Scooby snacks.
Yeah.
And I think it's a double-edged sword because I guess in a way I'll start off by saying I don't really like animals in general. So that's kind of the first point. I never grew up with them, so that's just kind of the way it was for me. But I think the Scooby-Doo instance would get super annoying really quickly.
I think So I think I'm with you there because I like just even speaking to you right now, I'm thinking even how it must be so fun to bring like a puppy home.
Yeah,
but imagine since the puppy comes home, they're speaking like Scooby-Doo. Like, hey, well, what should we do? I don't know. Are you hungry? I don't, whatever it is. And then, day 6, they're not even accustomed to that new climate of being in a home with a human. And you're just like, yo, dude, you need to cut this shit up. You have either got to switch up that voice you got, or I got to take you to the pound or return you to the breeder here.
Well, it's like, are you going to grow the fuck up or not? Like when you bring a puppy home and they're so cute and everything like that, and you bring a baby home, ironically enough, more often than not, they're slimy and gross and this and that, but then they grow up, right? The dogs basically just never grow up. Then you throw on the added Scooby-Doo stuff on top of it. You're like, damn, man, you're fucking annoying.
You know what his jokes though? I'm thinking about it. Imagine you just got this fucking cat in your house, right? And he just wakes up from a 12-hour nap, right? And he's walking all sus, down the hallway, and he's just like, human, I'm feeling rather peckish. I do say, do you have any sardines and water? And that, I think would fucking make me laugh. That would be really funny.
Yeah, I think you would have that go again. I think you would have that going for the first little bit, and you'd be like, "Damn, this cat is pretty fucking sick." And then he'd be doing that shit, and then he would be doing the cat stuff because I'm assuming that the personality still goes along with it, right? Yeah. So they come over and he's like, "Excuse me, I'd like a pet, sir." And then you give him the pet, and then he fucking rips your face off because all of a sudden he doesn't want to be pet anymore. They make up your mind.
Do you want to be pet or do you not want to be pet?
Yeah, if what I would be saying to the cat is, you can speak now. You better communicate to me things that you want, you don't want, like, and don't like. Because if we have any sort of discrepancies in our communication, we're going to have big trouble here. Big trouble.
Now let me ask you this. Forget about the pompous British accent. What if it was a more, middle class kind of Cockney British accent? He's like, tuna again, mate. Are you having a fucking laugh, mate? You know what I mean?
Laugh.
Yeah. You fucking twat. You know?
I mean, I guess in a way, like those are more of my people anyway.
Like, that'd be more fun.
Oh, for sure. You get in like a full-on fist fight with the cat.
Yeah. And at the end, like, you just have a beer.
You taking a fucking piss, mate. Let's fucking go outside. And then you're punching your cat in the fucking face. It would be a laugh. And then you get a couple pints afterwards.
Yeah, you just go for a pint and it's all good.
Yeah, it's all chilling. Get him some tastations and a nice glass of milk, a pint of milk, and you slam back a couple lagers, and then you're just chilling on the couch watching footy. Wow.
You know what? You know what would be pretty? I think a language that would be very frustrating is to have a cat that has a French accent. So, like from France, like a Parisian cat. You know, he'd be so snooty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Always knows that he's just like fucking. I was wondering if maybe I could have a little hamburger for dinner. You know, and maybe you get a baguette and you put a little butter. You know, and you're like, who the fuck are you, man? We got tuna and water, tuna and water, tuna and water. You know?
Yeah, it's a pretty standard diet. And if you think we're deviating from this plan, you got another thing coming, pal.
But they don't know any different, right? Because like it's not like they were a cat that came in from the wild. They're just like, shit, son. Yo, back in my day, I used to eat mice. You know what I mean? I used to eat trash. You know, who knows, right? Like it's a home cat.
But what about the opposite, though? What if you had a pompous French or British dog, and then your cat sounded like Scooby-Doo? That would really ruffle some feathers right there.
See, that'd be really strange because because the cat's natural instincts are so opposite from Scooby-Doo that it would be just very confusing. I don't know if you could accept it. You'd be like, there's a whole ton of things wrong here.
Yeah. We're programmed to see Scooby-Doo as a dog. So if you saw, you know, if Garfield was speaking like that, you'd be like, nah, this ain't it, bruh. Like you want lasagna and you don't say anything. Like that's it. We know what you want.
You know what though? You just got me thinking. Like a cat that likes lasagna, like that asks for lasagna, would be a fun cat to have. You know what I mean? Because if they like lasagna, they probably love pizza. They love Caesar salad. And those are things I love too.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that would be the thing is like if whichever of these animals, no matter what the sort of verbal communication is, if they're into your shit, you're going to be down, right? Like, I think that's why Scooby-Doo and Shaggy were homies, because they go get lit up in the van, in the V-dub, and then they go and, I don't know, solve mysteries or whatever the hell it was. And then they just be like, you want to toke up again? And he was like, yeah, Scoob. Yeah, Scoob.
Yeah, hit me with a Scooby stock. You know what? You're absolutely right. But just touching on that French thing, because I forgot, like, forget the French accent. What would be 100% unacceptable to have as a dog or a cat is just if they spoke English in a French Canadian accent. You know what I'm saying? That'd be the worst. I can just imagine the dog rolls up. I was just wondering that maybe, you know, we go to the park there, you know, it's only 1 kilometer and up north, you know, and then maybe after we can have some dinner and maybe eat a pizzelle. And afterwards, maybe if you have 1 or 2 beer and you're not too hangover, we can talk and be friends. You know what I mean? And that's when you're just like, dude, kindly leave.
Or the wildest is if it was a Franco-Ontarian. So those dudes that speak French with a Quebec accent, but they're really from like Timmins or something.
Oh, very, very untrustworthy people.
Just it's a scene, man.
Make a decision.
What
team are you on, bro?
What are you?
Are you from Kingston or Quebec?
Yeah. Would you rather Would you rather? Would you rather?